Hey there, welcome to Ask Allison. For today, it's March 30th. So here's today's question. I have a question regarding clients who are uncomfortable with telehealth for whatever reason. I'm in the high-risk population and feel ethically obligated to do what's in the best benefit of my clients, both mentally and physically. And I have some clients who need to be seen but aren't comfortable with telehealth. I feel like I have an ethical dilemma to expose myself, even in limited office hours, for these clients, worried for them that they need therapy and won't receive it unless it's in person. So I don't consider it like you abandoning your client when you're offering alternative ways of meeting. We're in unprecedented times, and we are so lucky that we have other ways that we can work with our clients. So I suspect you might need to be more resolute when presenting this to them. And what's working for a lot of people is to offer 15 minutes for free to help orient their clients to online therapy, to the tech. It's a really great way to retain clients who feel intimidated or skeptical about the process of doing work online. It might also be good clinical fodder to explore what they are resistant to about online work. Things like, well, I just don't think it's going to work. We have ridiculous amounts of peer-reviewed data that shows that it does. And it's, yeah, I mean, it works. So I think it's important to try to explore it. It's probably fear of something new at a time when there's a lot of transition going on. I doubt that it's so much as like not trusting the process. They might not realize that it's their own resistance. They might just think it sounds stupid to do online therapy, which is your job to provide some education in that circumstance. I think the 15 minutes, that's part of why it's working so much, is people see like, oh, I can feel connected when I'm talking to this person. I can figure out the technology and just kind of breaking them in that way. So you could even show them in your office if you were continuing to have in-person sessions, but I strongly suggest taking a bunch of screenshots of how to do it on mobile, how to do it on computer, and making the process as easy as humanly possible for them. I also want to walk through the very possible scenario that a client in your practice or someone in your building has COVID. If you're in the high-risk category, I don't know if that means for you that you're more likely to catch it, or it's more likely to be a dire circumstance if you do catch it. But you falling ill or worse means less therapy for your clients. It means more interrupted service than you can provide by helping them and get comfortable with an online platform. You've got to take care of yourself. And this next part isn't directed necessarily at the person who asked this question, but it's happening a lot across several Facebook groups that I see, and I feel like I need to address it, that many of us have caretaker personalities on top of a caretaker career within therapist communities that expect a certain amount of martyrdom. And this therapist martyrdom situation is the opposite of what we would encourage our clients to do in most cases. It requires a self as victim dynamic at some point, because we can only give so much before we start to grow resentful or dysregulated or burned out. I think it boosts our egos, and that's part of why we continue to martyr ourselves. It boosts our egos that we're willing to sacrifice for our clients. But there are too many downsides to continuing that sacrifice in a way that is unhealthy, honestly. So ultimately, it makes this career less sustainable. And I don't want that for any of us. I want this to be sustainable. So rant aside, if you have any questions you want answered about COVID and your practice and this transition, send me a DM on Instagram. I'm abundance_practice_building. We have a ton of resources already over at abundancepracticebuilding.com/COVID, everything from handling some of the financial aspects of your life and practice to getting used to this new normal, to answering questions like this, to online platform answers, all that kind of stuff. So come on over. Happy to help you over there, and I will talk with y'all later.